This is Anything and Everything with Brit, sponsored by Avery Kroll.
Welcome back, besties, to the Anything and Everything podcast. We are joined today by the wonderful Avery, who has actually designed her own Every Jewels piece with us. But there is so much more to this wonderful girl. Miss Avery, do you want to just introduce yourself really quickly to the podcast and all the people listening?
Yeah, so I'm Avery. I just graduated high school. I'm going to college soon in Arizona, and I kind of just make TikToks, get ready with me's about my lifestyle. And yeah.
So cute.
I know.
Look
I
at-
love
like,
Avery.
love her.
I love Avery. So, I feel like, would you say you're relatively like new to like this whole TikTok world? Like, how long would you say you've been doing this with like, and like kind of taking it like seriously in a way with like getting PR and kind of things like that? Like, when
When did you
host-
first
yeah.
start? Like when? Like what made you start?
Super, super recent. I would say like you guys were the first brand I really, really worked with.
Job
And
Nads.
then it all kind of took off after that. I have been on TikTok for a while, but I had like 3 TikTok accounts that got banned. And I did YouTube, but I got pretty serious about it recently.
This podcast is sponsored by Every Jewels. If you're looking for high quality and affordable jewelry, check out Every Jewels, EVRYJEWELS.com, and use the code PODCASTLOVE for 50% off your entire order. And like, is there a specific kind of like video or something that kind of went viral and you're like, okay, let me actually kind of like take this more seriously, or it's just like...
So I think on this TikTok account, my most recent TikTok account, I made a video like a get ready with me, get to know me, and it did really well. And then I kind of realized people love to like hear about my life and watch me get ready. And then once I realized people were actually invested in me and not just like random videos, I started going from there.
And like,
She's so young too. Like you're 18.
Yeah, I just turned
So
18.
wow,
that's like crazy to see. Like you're growing so fast and you're doing so well at what you're doing. Everyone obviously loves you, and I feel like
Thank
now the
you.
younger people have someone to look up to, because I feel like there wasn't a lot of younger like creators posting what you're posting and sharing what you're sharing.
There's not. And it's super hard because like even when I think about like, oh, going to New York and like meeting up with people, like everyone's way older than me. Like there's really not a lot of influencers my age. So it's interesting.
wow. And like, are your like friends and family supportive, or like were you kind of like shy at first, especially like when you were going to school and like people could like see what you're posting online? Was it like weird?
So they're supportive, but they're not into it at all. Like I don't have any friends that even somewhat do TikTok. So when I first went to school, I was we had like one other TikToker years back, like Grayson Hole. I don't even know if he does it anymore. But yeah, I was like the only one in our school who did any type of social media. None of my friends do it at all. My parents have no idea, not into it at all. So
But you didn't really post at school or about school as much, right? Like I feel like you didn't really.
No.
Yeah, you kind of kept that like separate.
Yeah, and also like I went to a private school, so it was very strict and there was no way for me to like really film. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes friends like your friends like care to be on camera or things like that, or they're more like private in that sense.
They don't mind being on camera, like if I'm like, "Oh, like let's make a video real quick," but they're not like interested in it.
And next year, obviously, like you're moving off for college and things like that. Do you have like a plan of kind of what you want to do with like your platform, or how you're gonna like balance school and like social media?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be a business major. I've always been really into skincare. I just want to be a dermatologist. So I'm starting a nonprofit soon.
Wow.
For skin, and I really just kind of want to go into that industry, maybe have med spas in the future. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, she's so young.
I
She's
know,
so
she's
cute.
so
I love
cute.
Avery. Because I feel like also your TikTok, you're kind of like vulnerable in a way, and I think that's like a good role model for younger girls too, and you kind of show like the good, the bad, the ugly. And do you want to kind of like continue taking that path? Like what's your goal with your account in that way?
yeah, no matter what, I always want to stay like true to who I am. I think it's really hard when influencers start off so relatable and then they blow up for being relatable and then they become so unrelatable so fast. They like decide, oh, I'm going to take off and move to LA
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's just like, it's a really easy way to lose that connection with your followers. So by me going to like a normal college, I'm living in a dorm my first year. Like have any I don't think because I do social media, I'm different than anyone. Like I truly want to show my experience as an average college girl. And that's what I've been doing through my TikTok, an average high schooler who goes to high school, plays soccer. I don't know. I really, really want to stay on that path.
That's good. And that's good that you realize that and know that and want to continue being who you are, because I feel like social media is so big and it really changes. And like mostly if brands are reaching out to you and wanting to do all these things, like it's going to be hard, but that's good that you have your goals.
And I feel like because you do a lot of like get readies with me and like you're super vulnerable and like you must have somewhat like a younger audience as well. What tips do you have for people to kind of like stay and like be confident? And like I feel like you radiate confidence in like the best way possible. So how do you do that? How do you like kind of like practice self-love, and like what tips would you give to like someone who might not be confident or things like that? Because I feel like that's the vibes you give me.
Yeah. I feel like what I've always done is never feel bad for yourself. Like if you sit there and you feel bad for yourself, you're never gonna get out of it. You're never gonna be confident. It's like really hard because you can look in the mirror and be like, oh, I don't like this about myself, but someone else loves something about you. So no matter what, like if I was going to school and getting bullied for my TikToks or whatever, I would see all the people who loved my videos online and I would be like, Avery, you can't feel bad for yourself going to school and dealing with that when a bunch of other people wish they had this platform.
Oh, I love that.
So well said.
I was gonna, well, actually, because like that was kind of like into my next question with like hate and stuff. Obviously, I feel like with social media, there's like, no matter what, I'm not sure if you've experienced this yet, but just like haters, regardless of like what you say or what you do. Have you had a lot of experience with that? And if so, like, how do you navigate through that?
I really haven't. If I see any like super ignorant comments, obviously delete, block. Like I'm not even giving it chance to be there, because it really is the thing where, like, if someone comments something, people like hop on the bandwagon and then they go with that. So like I just try and get it out, but I do feel like the people who follow me like know who I am and they know my true heart. So like if someone comments something ignorant, they'll like back me up and they'll be like, no, not at all. That's not Avery. So I've gotten really lucky with that. I'm also just like super careful with the way I present myself and what I say. Like, so I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when you could tell someone's genuine, it's hard to hate on them. But I haven't had a bad issue for the most part. When my breakup situation was going on, there was like a lot of fake accounts that were made and stuff. But like at the end of the day, they were fake accounts from girls at my school. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That like, yeah, it's always like the fake accounts who like their user is like user 45957 and they have like no profile picture and like following one person, like they're private. Well, actually,
oh yeah, they would be called like, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, the fake accounts would be like Avery Stinky, and then they
No
would be like,
way.
Avery did this. No, it was so funny.
But
I was like,
feel
okay,
you
I
got-
know exactly who you are.
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like you got a lot of love too and like support
Yeah.
through the whole thing, which was probably very helpful and good to see. Like obviously there's gonna be negative comments everywhere, but the amount of love you probably got as well probably felt
It was,
so good.
and it was a really good distraction while I was going through it, because instead of like sitting there and thinking about it and being like, I don't have anything to do or I don't have this person anymore, I would go answer all these DMs and talk to all these girls and read all the comments. So it really helped me get through that like really hard stage.
I feel like even when you were like posting about it, maybe you didn't even like realize like your impact, but I feel like maybe it was also for other girls who could have been like in a similar situation of like, oh, like you're going through it, you know, like it can kind of like happen to anyone. Like
mostly at your age too, like it's hard to go through breakups and deal with the whole experience. So it's good that you're able to share that and be so vulnerable with your followers.
Yeah, it's so much easier to go on and make a TikTok like F him, whatever, but it's definitely harder to like sit down and say the truth, say how you feel. But I think people really, really relate to that. And
I got emotional watching it. I just wanted to give you a hug.
yeah.
But I feel like that's just like also just for girls to like see, you know, like you're not like alone or like you're going through. And I feel like that also just like adds more credibility to you, where you're not just showing like the good side of things, like, oh, this is me. Because I feel like you did post about your relationship, but I feel like it's also like you kind of showed also that like not everything is perfect in a way,
like
which
a fairy tale.
which I think that just makes her even more relatable in that sense too. Do you think like going forward with like any other guy, are you gonna be like posting him as much, or like do you have a plan for that?
So I've done both. I've been in a very, very public relationship. Like my ex-boyfriend is like a pretty big YouTuber. He doesn't really do it anymore. So that's kind of how I got started on YouTube.
Oh wow,
So
cool.
I've done that. And then I've done like very private relationships. And then this one, I feel like I kind of had a good balance where it wasn't about my actual relationship. It was more so just like showing my life. But I don't think I'm going to be dating anyone for a really long time. Like I tell all my friends, I'm like, the next guy I date, I'm going to marry, because it'll be in like 5 years.
So I feel like we're talking about kind of like social media and like opportunities, and like you were saying how Evry was like one of the first kind of like brands that you were working with. And I feel like I wanted to talk with you about your piece that you had released with us. So obviously I'm here with Nadia, and I'm sure that you guys have spoken a lot back and forth with like collabs and like pieces, and now we're working on like a part 2. So maybe you can kind of like start off with like how it like felt when like Nadia had like reached out to you, and then maybe like your inspiration behind the piece and like all of that. We can kind of talk about that entire process and like the piece selling out and like all those units that like you're selling, and things like that.
So when she first reached out, I was literally like, wait, is this real? Oh my gosh. Like I was telling all my friends, I was like, I'm gonna make my own necklace. I was so excited. I knew I wanted to make a necklace I know not only I loved, but a lot of other people would like. It was very important to me that it was something other people would also want to wear. I would say like my main inspiration was for the piece was the front clasp. Like that was super important to me ever since I was little. I hate when the necklace clasp moves to the front. So I was like, okay, I for sure have to include that in the necklace. And then I'm really into like chunky jewelry, but jewelry you can wear every single day with like any normal outfit, but it just like spiced that outfit up. And I thought the cross was just like such a original piece, but then this cross had so much detail in it. And then I just thought the little angel would be like a perfect little addition. I don't know. I love it.
It suits you so much. Like it looks so good on you, and I see all your friends wearing it too now, and like it just looks so cute. And
it was actually crazy because I was on a flight back when the piece had launched, and I had like Wi-Fi. And so I had like texting Wi-Fi, and like the piece launched. I'm getting like text from like Nadia, like telling about like the units sold. And I'm like, okay, Nadia, like you're great at like the front end, but like maybe you're just like not reading properly the numbers of the back end. I'm like get Maya, because like Maya, she's like a back end pro like on like Shopify. So she's like, Nadia texting me all these numbers. She goes, this many sold, this many, and I'm like Nadia, get Maya to like fact check this, because I was like,
and she couldn't look herself.
I was like, yeah, because I was on the plane, like only the texting was like working for like the Wi-Fi. So I'm like I'll only believe it if Maya goes on your phone and like writes back that like it is true dash Maya.
Like someone comes running into the room and is like, it's sold out, like it's selling out, like it's literally doing so well. Like I was like freaking out. I was like, what? Like it literally was in like 2 minutes. I was like preparing. I was still texting you. I was like, oh, I'm like hoping the boxes get there. Like I was looking like at the tracking, like. And she's telling me, she's like, no, it's like really selling. And I was texting Britt, and like she was like, I don't believe you. Like, get Maya right now. Like, I was like, no, it's true. Like, why would I be lying?
Like
Go ahead.
My
little sister told me that her friends stayed up like the night before until 12 a.m. because they thought it was launching at 12 a.m. to get a piece. And I was like, oh my God.
That's so cute.
I feel like that's just like also like so cool. Like just like for her to kind of like experience that. And then that's why I love these type of collabs where it's like we're not just sending you existing I mean, like we have done that like in the past, but like for an actual collab, we're not just like sending you existing pieces and saying, okay, well, Avery X Every Jewels, you really get like a say and full control from like start to finish. And I feel like that's just even more like rewarding in a sense versus just like sending you existing pieces and like having you say like,
yeah,
oh my God, you know, and that's why
like you could be like, oh, and I'm wearing my necklace that I literally designed from scratch. Like, did it come out the way you wanted? Like,
yeah, I know, it's perfect. Like if it wasn't perfect, I would have told you to change it.
Yeah,
like
and
I'm obsessed with it.
We ended up fixing it.
Yeah,
I think once, like with the angel.
But I feel like did you like what were you expecting kind of like from the launch? Like, were you expecting this many people to kind of like be excited about it? Like,
I really had no idea what to expect. I mean, I was posting and I was like, get it before it sells out. But I was like, hopefully it does sell because this would be embarrassing if no one wants it. But whenever I would wear it, I got so many questions on like what you're wearing. So I kind of knew it would do well. And I don't know, it was shocking that it sold out
in like 8 minutes. Like literally like 8 minutes. I was stressed.
Like all my friends were showing up for brunch and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a text that it already sold out. Like,
wow.
And also we were waiting because her box with the PR for her friends didn't arrive in time. Like it did in time, but like half an hour after the brunch started, I was like stressing out trying to find where the box is. I was like tracking it down. I'm like, she better get it in time. Like mostly now it just sold out. Like it needs to get there.
No, it turned out so good though, because like we're all eating brunch, making TikToks, hanging out, and then my mom comes out with like this huge box, and all the girls were so excited. We all opened them together, so like it was so fun.
That's such like a special moment with like your friends, and like I feel like it's hard to kind of find like good girlfriends, but like I could like I'm assuming like you have like a great relationship with your friends, and I feel like this is like such like a special moment.
Yeah, they all wear the necklaces all the time. Like half my friends, literally, we graduated high school wearing the necklace. We go to parties and everyone's like, oh my God, you're all wearing the same necklace, like twins. I love it. Like my friend was on vacation and met all these girls and they were like, oh my gosh, is that Avery's necklace? Like we want one so bad.
Aww.
So like it's been such a cool experience for them too, because I asked them for feedback throughout the whole process and I was like, would you guys wear this? Because I know my style is a little bit more funky than theirs. Like they're a little bit more toned down. So I was like, I want to make sure this is a necklace you guys would wear, because if you guys would wear it, other girls would wear it. So they definitely feel like they were a part of it as well. And it was just such a cool experience.
That's so special.
So cute.
Do you like now go out in public and like, you know, people are kind of like looking at you or like recognize you from TikTok?
Sometimes. So like whenever I'm out, girls will usually come up to me and say hi, like they get the confidence and then like we'll take pictures and stuff. But sometimes I do like catch people staring at me for a little longer and I'm like, do they just think I'm weird, or like do they know who I am, or do they try to figure it out?
No, but actually also about the piece I was just thinking, I remember that someone commented that they got engaged in the necklace.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's freaking cool.
That's really cute. Like when you told me about that and then you posted it, I was like, that's like crazy.
And then she posted the pictures on her story because she asked her to send that. That's so. Did she like say anything else about it, or?
I mean, she was just like, I love how all the pictures turned out. So
that's so cute.
That's so cute. I love that.
Like now like
and now everyone's gonna start getting their piece. You're gonna see it all over TikTok. Like everyone's gonna be like, I'm wearing my necklace designed by Avery. Like that's so cool to see.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Summer is officially here, guys, and I found where to get the cutest summer jewelry, and it is from Every Jewels. Make sure you guys go check it out because, like I said, guys, they have the cutest summer jewelry ever, and it's so high quality and affordable. And use the code PODCASTLOVE for 50% off your entire order. Make sure to check it out right now because, guys, stuff is just selling out like crazy. Go to EVRYJEWELS.com and use the code PODCASTLOVE for 50% off your entire order. I also wanted to maybe go over kind of like some rapid fire type like questions where it was like this or that, whatever. I feel like it could be fun. So the first one is, would you rather never be able to wear makeup again or never be able to get your hair done?
Never be able to wear makeup.
Hair? You choose hair over makeup?
Yeah, because if I don't dye my hair, it'll be like the rattiest brown blonde color and it'll look like dirty.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
I thought she was gonna say make or hair. I thought you were gonna say the opposite.
Yeah.
Because when you're blonde, you need to get your hair done. Like brunettes, I feel like you can wear your hair without getting it done.
I was like super blonde last year, and then TikTok got to me with like the whole like coming from like becoming a blonde to go back to brunette, and I was like, maybe I should like.
You look good with dark hair though. I like it.
I was like, and I look back at my pictures,
you don't look the
and
same.
I was like,
I'm like, that's
girl, why would you have, why would I ever like? Some people are meant to be blonde. Like I see you, I'm like, yeah, you're blonde.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I feel like my features are a bit like my eyebrows are darker.
But
You know,
when
like
I saw old photos of you with dark hair, I'm like, I can't see you back. With
Yeah,
dark hair.
I
don't know. It was a big decision making. Like she was asking everyone, and then she went and she was like, "Oh, I guess you'll see like what I did."
Well,
like,
I mean, I've gotten some like we'll call it work done, you know. So when I look back at myself with like dark hair, to me I don't resemble that anymore. So it's hard to like see what I would look like again with dark hair. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I was like, how would I actually look with dark hair? Because my face is totally changed from the stuff that I've gotten done. What's your favorite TV show?
Selling Sunset.
Oh, I love
Right now.
that show. Oh my god, but how do you feel that who was it? Christine?
Wait, don't tell me too much. I haven't watched all of it.
No, but it was from this previous season that she's not on the show anymore.
Oh, I didn't like her.
No, you didn't like her? Do you like
No, I didn't
Rochelle?
like her. Yes, I love Rochelle.
But are they actual like real? Like do they actually sell the house? Like do you know if they actually sell the houses?
So I was literally watching with my best friend last night and we were looking up how many houses they've sold. They sell like 1 or 2 a year, but the houses they sell a year are like up in the millions. So, I mean,
Now my standards for any future home is like
I know.
exceeded.
I'm
Because
like,
I see
Yeah.
those. I was like, oh, I need that.
I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
Now. Imagine.
Selling Sunset. Okay, I love that show. What is the one makeup product that you would not be able to live without?
tinted eyebrow gel.
Really? Tinted eyebrow gel. Why? Are your natural eyebrows like
Super light. Yeah.
Really? They look so like. They obviously always look so nice, but like I cannot. They look so natural.
Yeah.
Like
for your like makeup routine? Do you just like do you like follow like anyone like in particular, or are you just like you free ball it of like
Oh, I free ball it all the way.
free ball all the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to. My favorite thing is lash lift and tint. That's like my favorite thing because mascara always like rub my eye, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are your favorite influencers to watch or like who inspires you?
Obviously, Alex Earl. I love Emily Kaiser also. Those are like my top faves right now.
But I see people in your comments calling you the Alex Earl 2.0.
Yeah, my friend told me the other day, she was like, "Wow, Alex Earl's graduating college. Like, you're just going into college." Like,
that's
you
what
have to
Nadia
take
was-
over."
said that.
That's what Nadia just said the other day. Do
I
you
was
think like you're going to want to join a sorority? Like,
Yeah, I for sure want to rush, and then we'll see what happens. It is like a tricky situation because being on social media, like, you never know how girls are going to perceive you, if they're going to think of that as like a plus or if they're going to be jealous and not want me in their sorority.
Mhm.
So that does make me nervous, but it's definitely something I want to try out. And I don't know, being the new Alex Earl, that's a big shoes to fill, but
oh, do you are you going with anyone like you know, or are you going like completely by yourself?
completely by myself. Me and one other guy are going to Arizona, but he's going to ASU and I'm going to U of A. So I'm the only one. I don't know one person.
Wow. And like, are you nervous at all?
Not really. I love moving around. Like, I absolutely love change. I love a fresh start. I'm a little nervous about like the whole sorority thing, getting around to class and stuff, but like the whole concept of moving across the country does not really make me nervous.
Wow.
That's good.
Because like for us, it's like so different here in Canada with like school and stuff. Because like for me, I just went to the university that was like 30 minutes away from my house. It's not like a big thing to like even like sororities. I saw like like all these like massive like houses and stuff for the first time when I went to go visit 2 campuses last year for like sorority. Like we would like present to sororities and stuff like about Evry Jewels, and like the houses are like insane, like, and there's like a chef and it's like holy, like we have nothing like that here. Wow.
Yeah,
And like
it's
the
crazy.
whole rushing thing, how does that, like, are you nervous for that?
Yeah, I am nervous for that. It's not, so I feel like Arizona's a lot more toned down than like Bama. Like
Yeah.
it's not the whole like necessarily like super preppy dresses, southern vibe. I feel like you're able to kind of be yourself more. But I don't know, everyone keeps asking me like, "Oh, do you have a top sorority you want to be in?" I'm not really doing that. I'm just gonna go off of like what I like the best. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself to like be in the top one or like
Just doing it for
And
fun.
how did you like choose that school? Is that was like a dream school of yours? Like,
So I really wanted to be in Arizona. I love Utah. I love California. So my best friend goes to school in San Diego, and we're like best friends, like
Is
soulmates.
that the girl
So
that's home now?
yes, Gigi, I'm always with her. Um, so I wanted to be close to her, but I didn't want to go to the same school as her because if we went to the same school, we would never make friends. We would ourselves in our room and only hang out with each other. So I was like, I'm not going to the same school as you. I don't love California for school. Um, I really wanted to go to ASU at first, but then I ended up getting a scholarship to U of A and kind of looking into it more, and then that's how I decided.
what is your dream place to travel to?
Italy or Greece, probably.
Ooh, nice.
Same.
And do you have any travel plans this summer or like?
I'm trying to figure out a trip to New York with my girlfriends soon,
Oh,
so
fun.
hopefully like in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
That's
so
a fun
fun.
little girls trip.
Love that. What is your best high school experience?
Graduating.
Graduating? Wow, okay. Love that. Your favorite aesthetic?
Oh, I don't know, like clean girl aesthetic maybe.
Yeah, like what would you describe yourself as?
No, I don't know. Like pink and girly, but also like I don't know. What would you describe my aesthetic as? I have no idea.
I don't know. Like, I feel like clean girl aesthetic.
With like a
But
bit
I
of
feel like you
like
also like I feel like you have a bit of everything.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
girly, but I feel like sometimes like you could be like tomboy-ish, like like
Yeah,
with your
like
style.
casual, yeah.
like
Yeah.
streetwear.
Yeah.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Do you believe in like all that like stuff or
I'm not like super into it. I don't know a lot about it, but I was talking to my friend the other night and she has a book, like she knows everyone's sign. She knows everything and she was like going into it, how me and my best friend are so compatible, all of our ex-boyfriends, everything, and we were all sitting there like, "Whoa, this makes so much sense."
wow. I mean, I'll believe it to a certain degree as well. Like I feel like I'm a Gemini and my best friends are both like Sagittarius and like they're technically like sister signs because like they're like opposites. I'm like, oh yeah, makes sense. Okay, cool. We're meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your go-to Starbucks order?
Pink drink with 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla syrup.
I was like a Starbucks for my sweet 16. I had like a massive Starbucks cake. My
Really?
invitations were in the shape of Starbucks cup, and like the
would.
person like edited out like instead of like saying like Starbucks and like green, it would have like B pink and say like Britney's like sweet 16. My mom was nuts.
That's so funny.
What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Probably like my enthusiasm and like the way I go about things. Like I'm always super excited. I'm always like trying to see the bright side in things. I talk to everyone with like a lot of energy.
Love that. Love that. Love that, Avery.
She's the best.
What is your favorite food and then your favorite snack?
Sushi, favorite
Ooh,
snack,
love sushi. We get along all so well.
I know.
like goldfish. I don't know. That's what's on
Ooh.
my mind right now.
Yeah. Your go-to outfit.
Right now, I've been into like super baggy jeans and like a Skims tank top.
Ooh, love that. Cool, cute, love that. What is your favorite thing to do?
Probably go out to dinner with my friends.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, what would your dream day look like?
Probably going shopping all day and just like hanging out around and then going to dinner and then like going out at night.
Love that. Who is your celebrity crush?
I don't have a celebrity crush. Never
Really?
have, never will. No.
Okay, so describe me like your dream man.
I don't know. Old guys scare me. So I think that's why I don't have a celebrity crush. Like I can't be like, oh, this actor because I'm like, oh, he's too old. That's creepy.
True,
He's like a dad.
true.
Okay, if I was dating a guy, I would literally want him to be like a ghost. Like work, be rich, but like a ghost, like just a businessman. And he's just like in the background of my videos, like mysterious. when guys get too much clout, their heads get big. Like you gotta have a mysterious guy.
Love that. And gold or silver jewelry?
Gold.
Do you ever wear silver jewelry, or you're true gold girly?
Like my rings that I've had for forever are silver, I mean. But then like I recently got this ring that has like gold and silver, so it like ties it in. But from now on, I'll probably only buy gold.
Or yeah, we'll send
We'll
her
send you gold.
Well, I really love the vibe of like mixed metals. Like I recently just bought a watch and it's gold and silver, and I think that's so cute. So.
Love that. I saw that. Girl, I saw the video. The video. Congrats on your graduation and your watch. I love that. Timeless pieces. No, but I feel like gold and silver mixing. That's why we even like made like earrings where like one side's gold, one side is silver. So I'm like, oh, just switch them on like whatever side you're feeling.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Anyways, thank you so much, Avery, for being on the podcast. You're awesome. We love you. We love your energy, your vibes, your videos, everything about you. Keep it up. You're awesome.
We love working with you.
Yeah, we love working with you.
You're so cute and you're killing it.
And
it was such a fun time. I was nervous, but it was good.
It was good, right? We did okay. We're kind of nervous too because we're new to the podcast too. We're like, we want Avery on the podcast.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Thank you so much, and we cannot wait for
part 2.
Yeah.
Start thinking of ideas. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
I know. I think I want to do a bracelet.
Yeah, I saw your video. It sounds like
we were reading.
We literally watched all your videos, like start to finish. But you were saying that you want something that ties in with your necklace.
Yeah.
Cool, like dangling.
But a lot of people were saying like no cross. I guess for religious reasons, which I didn't even think about when I created the necklace. But I don't know. I have to figure it out. I was looking on Pinterest, so I'll send you some ideas.
We're excited to see, and we can't wait for part 2. And I know you're gonna kill it.
Thank you so much for coming on. We love you.
No, I loved it. I had the best time.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you again to Every Jewels for sponsoring this podcast. Again, if you want 50% off your order, use the code PODCASTLOVE to get yourself the best high quality and affordable jewelry.